these market structures. Can you anyone tell what is a market before we start this types of markets? What do you understand by market? A market means a place where buyers and sellers will come together and they will exchange a product by using a mode of exchange. That is, mode of exchange means by using money. So both will be exchanging money with the product or service. That is what we can say that that place is called as what? Market. So this can be divided based on competition. Of course, based on so many things that will be divided into different market structures. But here we require, according to syllabus, only competition based markets we are going to discuss. So based on competition, how these are going to be divided. So that I am going to show you the in a graph. These types can be divided into perfect competitive markets and only two types, and imperfect competitive markets. Okay, perfect competitive markets and imperfect competitive markets. So these imperfect competitive markets are divided into again different types. So one, it is monopoly markets, and the other one, it is monopolistic markets, and we can come across oligopoly markets and duopoly markets, like this. They can be divided into different types. All these comes under the imperfect competitive markets. And each market, to say that this is a type of this is named as monopoly market means it will be having certain characteristics. To say that it is perfect competitive market means it will be having certain characteristics. Characteristics means nothing but the features. As we are going to say that a human being means how we are having, by seeing our structure, we are going to be named as a human being. No? So in the same manner, a market will be having a structure. Certain features will be there. So all those features will indicate you that this market is so and so market, so and so type of market. So what are those features that we have to discuss in detail? So here perfect competitive markets and imperfect means here in case of perfect competitive markets, there large number of buyers will be there, but the only thing is here the price which is fixed in the market will be accepted by these people. In this market, the sellers should accept that. This is the main difference between the imperfect and the perfect competition. Imperfect competitive markets, they are not going to sell their product at the market price. They will fix their product price themselves based on their production. This is the main difference between the perfect competitive markets and the imperfect competitive markets. And how they are differing, what features are differing, that we will see. In most of the cases, monopoly means, what is monopoly? Can anyone say what is the meaning of monopoly? Mono means single, poly means seller. If there is only one seller selling the product, so that market we can say that it is monopoly. Of course, that is one feature. So many other features are there. So this is the main difference. And monopolistic means, in this monopolistic, there are certain disadvantages of monopoly markets and perfect competitive markets. So to overcome the perfect competitive markets and the monopoly markets disadvantages, in between these two, another market was created, that is monopolistic market. So this monopolistic market will have certain features of perfect competitive markets and some of the monopoly markets, because this is lying between these two. No? So some features are included from perfect competitive markets and some features are included from monopoly markets. So that will become the monopolistic markets. And oligopoly markets means Oligopoly. Oligo means few. Only few sellers. Poly means sellers. If any market is having few sellers, not more, 2 or 3 or 4, not more than that, selling the same product. So such market is called as what? Oligopoly. Like you can take now oligopoly, our COVID vaccines. Only few sellers are there, no? Only few companies producing. So all those comes under this oligopoly. And duopoly means two. There are only two sellers selling the product. No other competitors are there. No much competition is there. So such markets are called as what? Duopoly markets. So in detail, let us go into detail. So what is the meaning of this perfect competition market? So meaning is that in which market you are going to find out very large number of buyers, very large number of, sorry, what is it? Very large number of sellers are there. So buying and selling the same product without any restrictions. No one is going to impose a restrict them. So such market is called as what? Perfect market. So everyone, each seller will be having the knowledge of the product, buyer will be having the knowledge of the product. So what are the features? Can you tell any example for this perfect competitions? Foreign exchange markets is one of the example. How we can say that foreign exchange markets? Because here currency is homogeneous, no? Same. Currency is same. No change in the currency. But all the traders will be buying that currency and selling that currency. So there will be information about these prices to both the buyers and the sellers. So we can say that foreign exchange markets are the best examples of perfect competitive markets. And you can easily buy. There won't be any complicated restrictions to purchase the currency. And you can also compare the prices also. Even on the internet also you can compare. And one more example of perfect competition, you can take these agricultural markets. Farmers will be selling the same product in the market, no? So same product they are going to sell, and more buyers will be purchasing the same product, and it is easy to compare the prices, and so they can, if they want to exit also, they can exit the market. No one will restrict them. If you are having the product, you can come into the market and sell. If you are not having the product with you, you can leave the market. So in the same manner, another example, you can take internet related industries also you can take. Even internet people are going to come into the market and they are going to sell their product. So these examples you can take for perfect competitive markets. Like this, if we go on telling the examples, it will be taking more time to complete that. Say here, see some features are there. Many firms are there who are going to, many firms means many sellers here. And there won't be any entry exit restrictions will be there. They are free to enter the market and exit the market to sell the product or to buy the product. And there will be homogeneous product. Every seller is going to sell the same product, and buyers also purchasing the same product. And they are going to sell the product at the price that is fixed in the market. They cannot fix the price. So whatever the price that was fixed, you can see this mandis are there, no? Even what name అంటాం మనం ఇప్పుడు రైస్ అవన్నీ పెట్టే మార్కెట్ ఏమంటాం, ఆ మార్కెట్లో ప్రైస్ వాళ్ళు ఫిక్స్ చేస్తారు కదా, గవర్నమెంట్ ఫిక్స్ చేస్తుంది. సో ఎట్ దాట్ ప్రైస్ ఓన్లీ దీస్ పీపుల్ నీడ్స్, ద ఫార్మర్స్ నీడ్స్ టు సెల్ ద ప్రోడక్ట్. right? So at that price only, even if you want to currency, whatever the price of that currency, exchange rate is fixed at that rate only, you needed to purchase that currency. You are not going supposed to say that no, I am not going to give at this rate. I am going to sell at higher price, means no one will accept. So that is how whatever price, if the product is going to be sold, that is called as what? Price takers. So price takers are nothing but sellers selling the product at the price which was fixed in the market. So in this case, we can say that perfectly elastic demand curve will be there to the firms. What is perfectly elastic demand? In this case, what happens? Perfectly elastic demand. The price will be same, whereas the demand will be increasing to the infinity extent. Parallel to x-axis also the graph. So that is what perfectly elastic demand we will call it as. And every buyer and seller, those who are existing in the market, will have the information and they will have the knowledge about what it is going on in case of price and what is the product. All the information they will be having that perfect knowledge. Those who enter to sell and those who enter to purchase the product. So all these are the features. And is there any legal restrictions? You can give another side things like this also, perfect knowledge. Any transportation cost will be there? No, that will not be included in perfect competitive market. So here these sellers will not have price control. That is what it is called as price takers. Homogeneity of the product. You can give as you like the side headings, but the meaning should be the same. And no transportation costs are included. నేను ఎక్కువ ట్రాన్స్పోర్టేషన్ కాస్ట్ ఎక్కడో చేసుకొచ్చానంటే దే విల్ నాట్ ఇంక్లూడ్ ఇన్ ద ప్రైస్ అండ్ దే విల్ నాట్ allow you to sell for more product. Whatever may be the transportation cost that you are going to incur, but you need to sell your product at the market price only. That is what it is called as absence of transport costs. So there will be independent relationship between buyers and sellers. Independent relationship means no one will restrict any buyer to purchase a product from a single seller. And a seller also, he cannot say that no, I am not going to sell to this buyer. I will sell it to that person. Like that, they cannot restrict. So the independent relationship అనేది ఉండదు ఒక బయర్ దగ్గర నుంచే కొంటా అనేది. ఓకేనా? So any buyer can purchase from any seller or any seller can sell his product to any buyer, whoever is ready. So if all these features are there, then we can call it as what? Perfect competitive market. I think up to here this is enough. I